So, okay, sorry. Ekangi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first time I hear that type of name. By the way, it's a very uncommon. So, is this your first class, or have you ever been to any other classes before?
So I have gone to other classes before.
Other classes means right from the beginning or after the results released?
From the beginning.
Right from the beginning. What is the current lesson that running in the other class that you are attending? දැන් යන ක්ලාස් එකේ මොකක්ද යන lesson එක?
සර් මම මාසෙකින් විතර ක්ලාස් ගියේ නැහැ.
හරි. අන්තිමටම කරපු එක කියන්නකෝ. Matisha, I couldn't ask you the same thing. What is the current lesson you did in your other class?
So we were supposed to start the third lesson.
Third lesson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Third lesson? What? Physics? Third lesson?
Yes, sir.
That means you finished the entire set of what? Mechanics?
Yes, sir. But I couldn't really understand because that sir just gave some examples and just moved on. That's why I'm searching for another physics.
Even I'm a kind of fast guy, but even I can't finish that fast.
Yes.
Like I'm
Yes,
really
sir,
fast
that's not
mover,
the problem. Yeah, so that sir did like just examples and just moved on with the
Oh my god,
lesson.
that's really impossible because somebody to finish the entire mechanics within few months, extremely impossible task.
Yes.
I'm actually fast guy, but I'm still in midway from the mechanics from my other group. So I request both of you, the new guys, to join to that my other class even, right? මගේ අනිත් class එකටත් එන්න කියලා මම කියනවා. මොකද දන්නවද? You have to catch up with those. Right? I'm going to teach that in this class even. This is a fast moving class now. So that's my regular slow pace class. Join to that one too in Tuesdays. Chalaka and the other one called Kirtana. Both joining to that. There are 2 or more other guys to join, but we can't wait for them to join. Okay, Chalaka, can you speak up a bit?
Sir?
Yeah. What is the last topic we discussed in the last class? Last thing?
Dimensions.
Dimensions. What dimension? Dimension is a very big lesson. Kirtana, can you tell me?
Analysis of dimensions.
What?
Analysis of dimensions.
Okay, analysis of dimensions. 1 minute, please. While I keep my duster. So this is what I did in the previous class, that means the 2023. So I do those experiments even. See, this is called a spectrometer. All the devices I have with, so don't need to worry about the practicals and experiments. And if you have been in other classes, you may have seen this triple beam balance and other things. So I have a complete lab. So I do the practicals in front of you and make you practice even. That's my difference. So by the way, we did dimension, and if you can remember what is dimension, I'm going to just explain what is dimension again for 1 minute. So basically, if you are not in my class, there are basic 3 dimensions you have to be consider about. Dimension, unit, and symbol. So I'm just speaking very fast because I taught this in the last week. First dimension how to consider is mass. Unit is in kilogram. By dimensional symbol, it's capital M. Length, what about it? In meters, but here we take capital L. And the next one, time in seconds, but here we use capital T. This is all you want to know for the basic 3 dimensions. I'm sure that you already know this. But the problem is we have to go for deeper into this subject. Isn't that? අපිට පොඩ්ඩක් මේක ඇතුළට deep යන්න ඕනේ. එමනේ? How to go deeper into? That's what I'm going to show you. In the last week, I mentioned another important fact. If you have missed that, you wouldn't be able to understand. So now I'm just going to give you a quick revision regarding what is it called? How to apply the dimension. Right. One thing, F equals MA. If I ask you to find out the dimension of F, how would you do? I taught this thing in the last week, but I'm talking to Matisa and Ekangi because you were not. Otherwise, you won't understand what I'm teaching today. Do you know how to get? Matisa and Ekangi, I'm asking from you because the other two really knows. Seems to be you don't know. Right. Whatever you are just about to find out dimension, you have to write that in a square bracket. Once you write something in a square bracket, it stands for what? Finding the dimension of that parameter. Right. What is the dimension of this one? I told you mass measured in capital M, length measured in stated in capital L, and time stated in capital T. So here mass is what? Capital M. And last week I taught how to get the dimension of acceleration. This LT minus 2. So it is going to be MLT minus 2. Are you familiar with this one? Wala make a familiar then. Oh, yes, no, yes, no, no, no. If you are not familiar with this one, I'll give you a like 20-minute recap. Or if you are not really familiar, I can just move on with today's lesson. Since you both of you are just joining to this class form in the middle of something, Matisa and Ekangi, how about you? I'm talking about Matisa. Recap, please. And Matisa also needs a recap. Matisa, do you need a recap? Ekangi just told me that she needs. Matisa, just text if you can speak. You are kind of familiar. Okay, no problem. I will get some 20-15 minutes and kind of explain that right from the beginning very faster and the basic stuff and move to today's lesson. Okay. By the way, I use a different stuff. That's why I rarely use this board to explain something, because I have a much better board that will explain you everything. But if you are not familiar, you will really realize what the heck is this. But if you spend like 2 to 3 minutes, you will get the maximum of it, because that's the most convenient way to communicate. Kelima directly අවශ්‍ය දේම පෙන්නලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. With examples, calculations, and all together. This type of conventional boards are to be recycled actually. Just I'm going to move to that board. Wait for few seconds. Hi guys, I'm using my other device and going to start something using that one to show you the way in kind of different manner. It's a actually kind of different manner. You will see how to utilize it. So by the way, can you see what I'm sharing now? Everybody? This board is extremely important because I can send you the things what I'm writing on here. I will write both of your names like this. See, Matisha and the other one is Ekandi. So it's like I can write anything like welcome. So you can clearly see, isn't that? අන්න ඒක නිසා මේකෙන් කරන වැඩ ටික හරීම clear, crystal clear and transparent. Let me show you like a previous work, last week's work. Today it's supposed to be the 5th. So that means 28th. Is that 28th? Yeah, here, 28th. So this is what I wrote in the last week. I'm going to give you a recap. So can you just understand the importance of this board now? So whatever we write, it's every there. We can just find. Have a good look at what is the meaning of a dimension. A dimension is what? Powers to which the fundamental units of mass, length, time written as MLT and raised, which includes the nature, not the magnitude. So we did this in the last week. Right. Give me a few seconds to explain this rapidly. If you are about to find out the dimension of area, what can you do? You can write the length into breadth. That's the way you obtain what? Area. Because in your grade 7 and 6, you have familiar with this one. Length into breadth is the area, right? So here you just do what? Simply multiply the length by the breadth. So altogether it gives you what? Area. So length into breadth is what? Whenever you are finding dimension, put this whatever you are just about to find like A here in a square bracket and write L, and L is going to be L to the power 2. Right. For volume in the same way L to the power 3. Now you know the volume is L to the power 3. The density is like mass over volume. So whenever you find the density, put that in a bracket, square bracket like this. Square bracket, simple D. And here the mass is going to be capital M. And the volume, as I found, this L to the power 3. And the total is going to be ML minus 3. Right? I'm explaining now faster because this is a recap. Right? In the actual class, I did it taking enough time. Otherwise, you might think that I'm a really like express coach and he just explained really faster. No. I just teach really slowly to you to understand. But this is like a recap. Without recap, you might get stuck. ඔයාලා සමහරක් විට stuck වෙන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා recap එක නොදුන්නොත්. ගිය සතියේ ඊට පොයට ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. මෙතන ඉන්න online කියන්නේ වීඩියෝ franchise ගත්ත තුන් දෙනෙකුත් ඉන්නවා. යාලා ඉන්නේ group එකේ මේ time එකේ වෙන classes යන නිසා videos විතරයි ගන්න. හැබැයි අද physically appear වෙන තුන් දෙනෙකුත් ඉන්නවා. මම දන්නේ නැහැ අද මොකෝ නැති කියලා. Right. Eta is the Stokes law for the viscosity. Now have a good look at. Now what do I need to find? In this one, you have to know one important point. That's what. So in the last week, I taught any number like half, 3, whatever, 4 over 3. whatever this type of numbers has the dimension of 1. Any number. And any numerical signs like pi is also dimension value is 1. That means no dimension. 1 means no dimension. And any exponent, x to the power n, this type of exponents, exponent means a number, still have a dimension of 1. And anything like sine theta, cos theta, like that, and triangular trigonometric values, so it's going to be having the dimension of 1. Or any logarithmic value, it's going to be having a dimension of 1. Hari. Menna meka oluwe tiyaganna. So now have a good look at, I want to find out the viscous coefficient, that is this one. How to get? In the equation in default, it has 6 pi eta RV. Right? What do you have to do? I can just remove 6 pi from this one. What is the reason? 6 is a number and pi is also a number. Only remaining thing is these ones. To get the dimension, what you have to do, I have to put a square bracket in that and put mf over rv. If you are just not familiar with the force as the dimension, write the unit. Write the unit. What is it? kg ms minus 2. Divide by r is m. Again ms minus 1. 1m cancels off. It becomes kg m minus 1 and s minus 1. Now put the mlt into that. Finally, I'll get m l minus 1 and t minus 1. I explained super fast. Could you catch it up? මම පට්ට ස්පීඩ් එකේ කරේ තේරුණාද දන්නේ නැහැ. New guys, I'm asking you. The other ones I just explained, taking enough time for them. Yes. Ekangi said yes, and the one who said the familiar thingy, could you? Right, good. This is one of it. And let me go for the next page quickly. Right. So in the same way, I did. This is like 5 questions I gave them. So I will only get 1 or 2 of these. මම මෙන්න මේක විතරක් අරන් explain කරන්න. There is an equation called universal gravitation equation, m1 m2 over r to the power 2. So here F is force, m1 m2 like anu is like mass, r is a radius. Radius stands for what? A length, nothing else. A radius is a length, right? That's a length. So I'm going to substitute this. What do I need is to get this one. So I'm getting this subjected. Capital G. I'm just finding the dimension of it. So that's why I circled. Equals what? F r squared over m and m. So we have to know what is the dimension of force. I just found here, see, in the last week, ml minus 2, ml t minus 2. Now I'm going to substitute it here. ml t minus 2 multiplied by the r is the radius. So radius means the length, again by length. I will write like that. And divided by m is the mass. Mass has the dimension of what? M to the power. So let me write like m and m. Right, what can I do? I can cancel off 1m out of it. So the bottom m comes as m to the power minus 1. And this L and this L all together, L to the power 3, L, and the final most thing, T to the power negative 2. These are the dimensions of what? Universal gravitation constant. මේ කතන්දරෙත් තේරුණාද? Really good. ඔයාලට මම මේ PDF එක දාන්නම් කිසි දෙයක් ලියා ගන්න හදිස්සි වෙන්න එපා මොකද ගිය සතියේ කරපුවා මම මේකේ PDF එක ඔයාලට දාන්නම් so you can write whatever you want from there and remember that there are certain dimensionless quantities are there also. So there is a thing called the angle, the radian. Radian is what? The ratio of this arc length over the radius. So this is a length, this is a length, length over length is just one dimensionless, right? Dimensionless. So coefficient of friction, so see, force, frictional force, and this one is also a force. So mu is force over reaction. This one is a force 2. MLT minus 2. MLT minus 2 is going to be 1. Right. Okay. You may find there are things like unitless quantities. What? Unitless quantities means there is no dimension 2. But the dimensionless quantities may have a unit. Right? May have a unit, but for this one it's unitless too. But radian, in this radian, see the radian angle has a unit. What is the unit? It has a unit of radian. So dimensionless means it doesn't imply it doesn't have a unit. But if there is no unit, that means no dimension too. මම ඒකත් ගිය සතියේ කියලා දුන්නා. I just explained this one. I just explained few minutes earlier. මම ඔකට විනාඩි 15ක් 20ක් අරගෙන කියලා දුන්නේ ඔක. තව ලස්සන ප්‍රොපර්ටි එකක් තියෙනවා පුතේ මොකක්ද දන්නවද? කවදාවත් අපිට ඩයිමන්ෂන් එකකින් කියන්න බෑ එයාගේ size එක. So in a dimension we can't express the magnitude, but in unit we can. Imagine we can't write the unit alone. We write it like 100 centimeters. We can get an idea. Like 4.5 light years. We can get an idea. Like so, see, 5 centimeters, still L. 4.3 man's length is still measured in L. Can you get any idea about the size? No. No. It doesn't imply any size. Okay. There is a little child, a small kid who is like 10 kilograms, but we measure it like capital M. But a very big fat lady who is 150 kilograms, still measured in capital M. So we don't get any idea, but the unit will exactly give you an idea about the magnitude, but the dimension will never give you any idea of what the magnitude really it is. Okay, have a good look at. That is why it says it includes what? Nature, right? මොන જાතිය කෙනෙක්ද කියන එක කියනවා. Here the magnitude, no. Only gives the idea about the nature, not the magnitude. හරි නේද? මම ඕවා ටික ගිය සතියේ කියපුවා. Okay. And we did some questions. That's all. Discuss few questions. Now let's come to today's lesson. Ada happily මට අද lesson එකට එන්න පුළුවන්. හරි. This is common for anybody. You guys are learning this right from the start, very slowly, nothing to worry. Now write dimensional analysis, a new topic, slowly. Dimensional analysis. Right. Let's try to analyze and get answers for the questions. ළමයි මම ඔයාලට ටියුට් එක දැම්මේ නෑනේ. Did I send you the tute for this lesson? Those who in the group, I sent the stuff, but you guys are just outsiders yet. ඔයාලට මම ටියුට් එක දැම්මද නැද්ද? මට මතක නෑ. ටක් ගාලා කියන්න. කොහමද ළමයි? Guys, did I share you the tute? I'm talking to Matisa and Ekangi. Did I share you the tute? No. Give me a minute. Matisa, I have already. I have shared. Ekangi, I think I didn't. You are the Hutch number girl, no? I sent you the tute because we have to use that one. No, I forwarded the tute. Ne. Kirtana, I sent you. You are in the group. You change your number. No, shit. I forget all the time. Right, dimensional analysis. Let's just go for the WhatsApp thingy. So what is it? See, I just sent. මම තව දෙයක් කියන්න ඕන ළමයි. Never ever try to recitate any of these. So like I have seen many of the students are trying to remember these like the basics and try these questions. I'm talking about likes of trying to remember these 7 fundamental units you have to remember, and the supplementary, yes, these ones you have to remember, but advantages and disadvantages, yes, you have to remember. Yes, but these definitions, never ever try to remember any of these definitions. I have seen many of the students are just wasting their time by remembering the definitions of these fundamental units. කවදාවත් ජීවිතේට ඒ පිස්සු වැඩේ නම් කරන්න එපා. Useless. And the supplementary, nothing. You don't want to. And you have to remember only up to -12 and +12. I guarantee you. Nothing more given you, the femto, atto, those things are just for what? Fun. And in the ascending order too, you just need to know up to Terra, Fecta and Essa, nothing. See, these are just to bully you, nothing else. Just to bully you. And the dimensional formulae I just gave you, I just explained you. These ones are done, but this one is only to help you in dealing with MCQs, and never ever try to read this and remember, because these are some of these are containing in your future lessons you have never touched. Once you touch, you may get used to all of these equations. Equations are not about to remember. Automatically they comes into your mind. ඒකෙන්ද කවදාවත් මේකේ තියෙන equation කඩපාඩම් කරන්න, ඒ වගේම dimensions කඩපාඩම් කරන්න යන්න එපා. මම එකයි පුළුවන් තරම් අඩු කරලත් දැම්මේ. So I gave you like the physical quantities, dimensionless constants, and the dimensional constants. So I taught these ones. ගන්න විදිහේ ධම්ම examples තියනවා. Right. Now I am going to teach you the principle of homogeneity. I didn't. This is what we are going to learn today, quickly, without much wasting time. Just write the first subtopic under dimensional analysis. That's going to be principle of homogeneity. Right? මම මේක මෙහෙමම copy කරලා මගේ board එකට ගෙනියනවා. කලයි කාරණේ. Right, get an idea from this one. What does it states for principle of homogeneity? It states that the dimensions of the all same terms of the both side of the equation must be the same. That's it. What? If an equation is dimensionally correct, both the sides should contain the same dimension. That's it. Understand? Got the point? Okay. Right, write this all together. මේකට පොඩ්ඩක් එහාට ගන්නවා. If there is an equation called x equals to y, so I told you the dimension whenever writing the dimension of x should be equals to dimension of y. So for good example, the one of the common most equation f equals to ma. Right. I will write the dimension of this one from my previous knowledge. ml t minus 2. Right. I'm going to find now the dimension of the right hand side. M is capital M, and this one is LT minus 2. And now what about the left hand side equals to the right hand side? You may see this looks like very stupid. Yeah, this looks very stupid. But if I give you a real question, you will find how difficult this one is. Then what? The equation is what? Dimensionally correct. The equation is dimensionally correct. Right? Copy this one too.
That means the total quantity of the left-hand side of the dimension should be equal to the right-hand side of the dimension. Otherwise, it's not true. Really simple. Harine?
Now let's go for the second point. That means, imagine if the principle of homogeneity means, according to the principle of homogeneity, comparison. So imagine you can compare yourself with another dude. The dude might be taller than you, or the dude might be really shorter than you. You compare. What is the dimension I took? The dimension, that comparative dimension, is height. What is a height? Height is measured in centimeters or meters or feet or whatever. That means it's a length. So what is my dimension? I used to compare this all three. What is the name of this dimension? Length. So it has a dimension of capital L. So the principle of homogeneity means you can compare. This is what compare. So sometimes we can add the things together. Okay, give me an example. So if the x dimension of x equals to y plus z. So as an example, I would make some solution. Solution x. Using what? The volume of y plus some amount of what? Volume of z. Likes of, imagine, an ink, a paint, the primer plus thinner. All together gives you the final volume. So you added what? The final volume plus V1 plus V2. Harini? Volume mine liters වලින්නේ. Imagine like 2 liter and 3 liter of this one will create you 5 liter of this. එහෙම පුළුවන් නේ දෙක ජාතිය කට්ටිය add කරන්න. You can add the similar types together. Or you may just use what? A ribbon of blue color. Blue ribbon. And you are going to merge this with green ribbon and make this type of one. Combination. Combined ribbon. Right. Here, what I'm going, you can just do it. Definitely, you can add the similar type of
dimension. Volume is a dimension of what? L to the power 3. Yes, you can add. Ribbon is what? In dimension of L and L. The final dimension is also going to be L. So yes, you can add. But now you are going to add what? 3 liter of here. 3 liter. Plus this green line of what? 2 meter. And what is my final answer? Like 5 liter or 5 meter? Can I? Just tell me, can I? 3 liters of this ink can, 2 meters of this ribbon. Can I write like 5 liters? No. Can I write like 5 meters? Still no. Can you understand? Different dimensions, but different dimensions can never what? Get added or subtracted. This is like horrible now. Subtracted. හරිද? එක ජාතියව ඇඩ් කරන්න පුළුවන්, ජාති දෙකක එකක් කවදාවත් ඇඩ් කරන්නත් බෑ, subtract කරන්නත් බෑ. Can you understand that? That's a really essential law. You will find this in the other questions. Now I'm going to give you a big question paper and discuss. Okay, good. Kalaka says yes. Yeah, good. So better to copy these now. By the way, Matisa, how did you get to know of me?
So a friend of mine told about, sir.
Who's that friend? Is that my student?
Yes, sir.
Who is her name?
Situmini, I believe. I'm not really sure.
Situmini?
Yeah, sir. So she came to our school like as a new student. I can't really remember her name. though.
She's Sitmi.
Ah, yeah, sir. Sitmi.
Ah, the goal girl.
Yes, sir.
And the other one, Ekangi, how did you get to know of me? Some chemistry WhatsApp group. Oh my God. In that chemistry WhatsApp group might be our coordinator might have posted. Okay. Right. Sitmith හොඳටම වැඩ කරන කෙනෙක්. My class එකේ she is one of the best students, but her capacity seems to be dropping very recently, but she is still providing me the answer sheet before the deadline. In a one day, I can remember their entire family was in a trip, right? So she sent me the answer sheet around 4:30 in the AM. I just surprised and to see what's the heck is this one. Then she told me that she's in a trip and so they have to make some kind of hike. So she just sent me the answer sheet and just went on the trip. She's like that, a very good working girl, but now she's just doing at least before the deadline. But she was as good as the other one I said, Devmi. Devmi is a magnet. I don't know who's that real girl really is. මෙන්න අර පරක්කු වෙලා ඉන්න ළමයා එනවා. Hello, Apsara. Can you hear me?
Sir.
Why did you get late?
Yes,
You
sir.
were always getting late now.
Sir, I just got home.
Ah,
Then I had class in the morning.
right. At least try to watch the video. Narida?
Yes, sir.
Ah. By the way, okay, did you copy this all together? Did you copy the diagram C1? තමයි diagrams ටිකත් එක්ක copy කරගත්තද? Let me know, guys. Did you copy the diagrams? Yeah, good. Chalaka said yes. The others? Yes, good. Hari. Hari. Okay, now I'm going to go for a real equation. I'm going to go for a real equation and check dimensionally. S equals to ut plus half at square. So S is a length. So I will write the S is length. U is velocity. What is the dimension of velocity? I will write LT minus 1. Right? Let's analyze everything. T is what? Time has the dimension of capital T. And here again, acceleration. What is the dimension of that one? So this acceleration, the dimension is LT minus 2. Good. Now let me write the equation. S equals to ut plus half at square. Right, good. Have a good look at S. What is the dimension of S? At the left hand side, dimension of S is capital L. So dimension of ut, let's find dimensions of ut. Since u is LT minus 1 times time is capital T. So T minus 1 and T plus 1 cancel. So the final length is again L. And the last part, half at square. Now the dimension of what? Half a t square. Now if you can remember what I said at the beginning of the day, I taught you something really essential. In the beginning of the day, I said there are certain things that we have to omit. ඒ මොනවද අපි omit කරන්න ඕනේ? මතකද මං කිව්වා? So I said there are certain dimensions, quantities, dimensionless. Any number is dimensionless. We have to evoke this one because why? Because numericals have what? No dimension. That's it. So I'm going to only consider what? At square only. Right. What is acceleration? Here I wrote LT minus 2 and multiply it by t to the power 2, t to the power positive 2, and going to what? Positive 2 and negative 2 cancel off each other. And you finally get the dimension of what? At square as L. So all the dimensions, I may get it like L equals to L plus L. See? So you can write like what? You can write 2L equals to Ly. 2 is again what? Dimensionless. We don't consider this. So what about it? In the both left hand side and right hand side have the same dimension, see? Of L. What can you write? Left hand side equals to right hand side. So what can I finalize then? The equation is dimensionally correct. Hari, the equation is dimensionally correct. Now copy this. First copy the top half, then copy the bottom half. කීර්තනා ගැන ඉතින් කතා කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ නේ. යා මම ලියලා ඉවරනවත් එක්කම ලියලා ඉවර කරලා yes done කියනවා. යා මාර මිනිස්සෙක්. මම දැකලා නැහැ. දෙව්මිය වගේ ඉක්මනින්ම answer sheet ලියන කෙනෙක්ව දැකලත් නැහැ. කීර්තනා වගේ ඉක්මනින්ම notes ලියන කෙනෙක්ව දැකලත් නැහැ. ඒ දෙන්නම මගේ මේ 2024 අමුතුම ඩබලක්. Kirtana is really fast. She writes everything so quickly. But that girl really do the work really quickly. I need everybody to be the mix of what? Kirtana and Devmi together. ඉක්මනට ලියලා ඉක්මනට තේරුම් අරගෙන ඉක්මනට හදන්න පුළුවන් නම් මරු ඉතින්. Okay, now I'm going to show you the bottom half of that. ළමයි දෙන්න කවුද මේ I forgot Matisa and the other one Ekangi. So in my classes there is another thing called a midweek worksheet. That's the essential thing. I'm just going to check, not the basic tute. Basic tute contains some hard questions and 2 small questions. So in the midweek worksheet I normally add exam type of questions only. So the midweek worksheet you have to provide before the deadline, right? In the last 2 weeks I couldn't stick with the class because I was busy with the 2022 batch. So I spent most of my time on them. Even in the last week I couldn't send them any midweek worksheet. Even in this week I sent the stuff last night. I made it, I couldn't send because of some hectic lifestyle. So from this week onwards I'm going to stick with you guys. මම එකක් තේරුම් ගන්න midweek worksheet එක නම් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම deadline එකට කලින් යවන්න ඕනේ. This class is supposed to be done in Sunday now. So the deadline is going to be Thursday night. හරි? No, අපි දෙන්නකො Friday දෙන්නකො. Friday night. හරි? Friday night වෙන්න කලින් මට මේකේ answer sheets ටික එවන්න ඕනේ. midweek worksheet කියන එකේ. තේරුණාද අලුත් දෙන්න? Matisa and the other one Ekangi. Okay, so the biggest problem is, so for O level I did like drama and theater. In that one, so I learned something called certain drama. I can't remember the name. What was that too? In that one I only heard like It's like there is a thing like a pose. Poses, it's called Ekangika Abhinaya. After that, this is the first time I heard that name. Ekangi, what's the meaning of your name?
Don't know, sir.
Don't know. Oh, okay. Kirtana said her name has the meaning of what? Proud. They can Pandita lameklu. This is the first time I hear this name, like Ekangi. Very amutu namak. Right. Ah, Chalaka. Chalaka. What is your name? It's also very first time I'm hearing. Chalaka means Mosan? Is that something related to Mosan? The Apsara lagem nam hari common ni Apsara common. So Matisa is common. My name is extremely common. නැහැ කවුරුත් ඇහුවේ නැහැ මම නිකමට කිව්වේ දැන් මේ I said the meaning of your Antu because I asked you what is your name, meaning of the name, like that. This is the first time because I have heard that name Kirtana in many Tamil movies, but in really I just personally encountered with someone called Kirtana, so that's why I asked your name, what's the meaning. So this name is extremely new for me, Ekangi. Okay. The equation is dimensionally correct. Okay, let's go for some questions. Give me 1 minute, then I will send you the tute related to this dimension. So just give me 1 minute. There is a very big tute regarding that. Let me just turn off the recording. Right, the time is over. Now I'm going to explain you all of this. Right, you may check whether your answers are right. Gave you more than enough of 15 minutes for you. And for the left hand side, the force ml t minus 2, and I did that for the second time even today, so I'm just going to write ml t minus 2 and it's right. But the second one I already did, but this is a different case. No? S is in a, what is that? S is a displacement. Let me just cancel this one. S is a displacement. That means it's a length. Oh shit, wait. What the heck did I do? Wait. I didn't lock this. Displacement means L, dimension of S is L, and dimension of UT I have to get. Let's find U is LT minus 1 and multiplied by T, capital T, and cancel off. And UT is also going to be what? Capital L. So the left hand side equals to right hand side. So it's dimensionally correct. In this one, the P thingy, P equals to H rho G. So I have to find out the dimension of P. Actually, this one was done in the last week. Dimension of P. I just found the MLT minus 2 for this one. MLT minus 2, and the area is L to the power 2. Can cancel 1 out of it. 1L out of it. So the final dimension of this one is going to be ML minus 1, T minus 2. Right. So the left hand side is this one, and let me get the dimension of right hand side thing. H rho G. H, they say what is H? What is H? H is a height, that means a length. Rho is what? Density. G is gravitational acceleration, that is an acceleration. but I have to find out the dimension of row separately. So what is the dimension of row? Mass or volume. So what is mass? M over L to the power 3, it's ml minus 3. So have to substitute L by what? ml minus 3 times G is LT minus 2. So how about it? One L cancel off, another L cancel off, only minus 1 remaining. At the left hand side, you may get like what? M L minus 1 and T minus 2. So this is what my right hand side. So left hand side equals to my right hand side. So the equation is dimensionally correct. That's it. So did you get this answer? Well, let me answer Gawad. Lamai, did you get this answer? Yes, good. So by the way, in your schools, what is the lesson that currently running, Matisa and Ekangi? Matisa. ඔයාලා යන current lesson එක කියන්න mic එක on කරලා කියන්න message දාලා ඉන්නකෝ.
So we did experiments about the vernier caliper and stuff.
Vernier caliper and stuff, the very beginning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Ekangi, how about you? Ekangi message එකක් දාලා තිබුණේ ඒක disappear වුණා. Beginning of the first lesson. Okay, you can catch up with them easily. And the other Apsara මොනවද කරනවා කිව්වේ?
We skipped that measuring instrument part and we started vectors.
Vectors. බයන්න එපා අපි ඉක්මනටම vectors පටන් ගන්නවා. ඉක්මනටම. ඇත්තටම skip කරන්න ඕන lesson එකක් ඔය measuring instrument වගේ විකාර කරන්න හොඳත් නැහැ. වැඩ ඇති වැඩක් නැහැ. මම එකයි කිව්වේ. හරි. vectors වල ඉඳන් තමයි නියම physics තියෙන්නේ. And Chalaka, you told me that you are going to be a private candidate because you do kind of degree also parallelly something, ne? Are you a private or school candidate?
I'm applying as a school candidate, sir.
Degree එකක් මොකුත් කරනවා කියලා එහෙමද?
ඒක sir හරියන්නේ නැහැ.
එහෙමද? එහෙනම් school candidate කෙනෙක් වෙනවනේ. හරි. In your school, what is the lesson?
Currently, we don't have an assigned teacher for physics, sir.
Seriously? Oh my God. Shit, it's really sad to hear. No problem. Even though you are in the biggest school in Sri Lanka, you will never learn anything from the school. That's the nature. Because why? According to this timetable scam, we can't do anything. For the primary education and O-level, we can, but A-level physics, chemistry, and combined maths and IT, those bigger subjects, we will never be able to catch up with. Because these are very big lessons. Imagine you have only one period now, and the next period is after 2 periods, and you rarely get 3 periods consecutively. At least you need some 3 periods, because for the first 20 minutes, we spend time to adjust our mindset. After that, we teach. But it's gone first half of the period. And so one student might be present today, and in the next day, he is absent. So in like that, it's really hard. Not with the fault with the schools, the system. We can change the system, and so nothing to worry about. But if your school is running traditionally, you have to show some character in the school too. So, E. Last week stuff. E is what? E is equals to dimension of E equals to the dimension of work done. What is work done? Force multiplied by distance. Force is mlt minus 2 multiplied by L. Your answer is going to be ml square t minus 2. Left hand side is this one. Let's find out the right hand side. mc square thing. M is what? Capital M. C is L t minus 1 square. So finally you may get M L square t minus 2. So this is the right hand side. So what about left hand side equals to the right hand side? This equation is dimensionally correct. මෙතන තියෙන ඔක්කොම dimensionally correct තමයි ළමයි. එකක්වත් මම වැරදිව දුන්නේ නැහැ මොකද first attempt එකනේ. වැරදියවත් දාලා ගියොත් දුන්නොත් එහෙම ඔළුව පැටලෙන්න තියෙනවා. final ultimate test එකේ තියෙනවා ඔය ඔක්කොම විකාර ටික. Right. This is mlt minus 2. So let me check the dimension of the right hand side. mv square over dimension. Whenever you find the dimension, always put the square bracket. So what is it? Capital M. So I just found the v square previously. L squared t minus 2 divide by 1L from here. So finalize like ml t minus 2 again. Left hand side equals to right hand side, then the dimensionally correct. So no worries. ft. How about it? At the left hand side, dimension of ft, how do you find? mlt minus 2 multiplied by t. So negative 2 and 2 cancel off. It's going to be ml t minus 1, and the mv thingy, dimension of mv, let me find. Oh, sit, wait. What's it? So left hand side equals to right hand side. හරි. දැන් මම මේ ඔක්කොම කරානේ. දැන් මේක අද පටන් ගත්ත example එකටත් කරේ මේක. I'm not going to explain. I did already. I don't want to go for that for the second most time. So I'll go for this one, with the square thingy. I did something including the row even the people before. So I have no interest in doing that again. Let's go for a square thingy. Let me get the v square dimension. L squared t minus 2. U square means again L squared t minus 2. And this one, dimension of 2as. Well, I told you, don't consider the numbers. So what about it? A is LT minus 2 multiplied by L. So what is my final result here? L squared t minus 2. So my equation is dimensionally correct. Why? In both sides, L squared t minus 2. L squared t minus 2 plus L squared t minus 2. That means left hand side equals to right hand side. Is that very hard thing? හැමෝටම තේරුණාද මම ඔය කියපු දේවල් ටික? Did everybody understand what I said? ළමයි. Okay, good. Okay, the rest of the questions are belongs to you to do at what? Home for your midweek worksheet. Now it's like 2 to 10. I'm going to give you like 15 minutes break. So join back around to what? 25 p.m. Right? So get your 15 minutes break and join back around this time. Right? I will turn on the timer even from here. You can come and see the timer. පැය කාලක පොඩි interval එකක් දෙනවා because I'm going to touch another new parameter of derivation of equations using dimensional analysis. හරිනේ? දුවන්න. I hope everybody is there now. හැමෝම ඉන්නව නේ මෙතන? Guys, just let me just know. So the time is up now. So you have to know the functionality, meaning of the functionality. I told you like 225. Just tell me if everybody is there. හැමෝම ඉන්නවනම් ටක් ගාලා දාන්න. Yeah, Chalaka is there, Kirtana is there, Apsara is there. Others? Likes of the two new girls like Matisa and the other one Ekangi. Matisa, yes, and only missing one is Ekangi. Yeah, Ekangi is also yes there. Okay. So in my regular theory class, I spent almost like 1 day on this lesson. But this is also like a fast track thing, but kind of teaching slowly, but still a fast track. And I took another 1 day to teach what the second part after interval now I'm going to teach. I took like entire 1 day to teach. Actually, these are nothing compared to the current lessons you are experiencing now. If you Apsara, can you turn on your mic and tell? Apsara.
Sir?
මේ වෙනකන් කරලා තියෙන lesson එක බලද්දි මේක නිකන් වැඩක් තියනවද මේ dimension?
MCQs දෙකක් විතර වගේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එන්නේ නේ සර්.
ඔව් MCQ එකක් අතර එන්නේ මං හන්නේ dimension analysis වලින්. දැන් ඔය මේ motion linear motion වගේ එක බලද්දි projectile එක බලද්දි කොහමද? වැඩක් තියෙනවද?
මම second lesson එකට නම් හිටියේ නෑ සර්. class ගිහින් නෑ.
ගිහින් නැවා කිව්වනේ සමහර දේවල් කරගෙන තියෙන්නේ කියලා එතකොට.
first lesson එකට විතරයි මං ගියේ.
measuring instruments කරානි කොහම හරි අඩුම ගානේ මේ micrometer, spirometer වගේ දේවල්.
ඔව් ඒව කරා සර්.
දැන් vectors කරන්නේ නැති?
vectors ඔව් ඒක ඉස්කෝලේ
vectors එක්ක බලද්දි මේක නිකන් විහිළුවක් වගේ නේද?
ඔව් නේ සර්.
Kirtana, how about you? How do you feel? Because the others ones with the experience, I'm going to ask. Kirtana, how do you feel? MSK?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about this one? The comparing the dimension lesson with the future lessons?
Just nothing, sir.
Just nothing. මේවා නිකන් විහිළු වගේ. ඉතින් අපි බොරුවට මේවලට time එක ගොඩාක් නාස්ති කරන එක අපරාධයි. But I extended. If the lesson is like this, I stretch it like this because all the other teachers do it at least like this much. මෙච්චරවත් extend කරද්දි මම චුට්ටක් අඩු කරලා extend කරා. ඇයි? If I teach according to the level, I would lose all my students. They may see, oh, this mine is really fast. My other friends are just doing these ones. No, because and some of the students, they may just find a new class. They may also think, that guy has already done these ones. I have to find another class that hasn't done. So that's why I also have to stretch. So this length is unnecessary stretching, but we have to do. That's the nature of this tuition industry. So the other one, Matisa. How did you feel the other parts of the second lesson? Second lesson means the mechanics. How did you feel?
It was really hard, sir.
These are really hard. Now compared to this.
Yes, sir.
Dimension, ඒවා නිකන් dimension කියන්නේ විහිළුවක් වගේනේ.
Yes, sir.
Dimension is like a joke. So, okay, now I'm going to teach you because එක නිසා මම අද දවස් දෙකම එක දවසක restrict කරලා කියලා දෙන්න යන්නේ. Write this. Derivation of formulae. Derivation of formulae using dimensional analysis. Derivation of formulae using what? Dimensional analysis. Right? I'm going to use some dimension analysis for this one. Like this. According to the Stokes law of viscosity, Stokes law of viscosity, the viscous drag force is proportional to, we don't know directly, inversely or square or root or whatever, nothing, just proportional to what? Coefficient of viscosity. F is directly proportional to coefficient of viscosity, right? The other one is F is directly proportional to the radius, and F is proportional to V, velocity. Right. Now, right, derive a formula for Stokes law, using dimensional analysis. I will explain the entire theory by means of a question. We don't have much time to waste. The first step is what? I have to write them accordingly in a one equation like this. F proportional to eta R and V. So I can put a certain constant. I can put number 2, put a constant like K, eta, RV. The K is dimensionless. This one is what? Dimensionless. Right. කිසිම dimension එකක් නැහැ. Okay. Now I wrote the third step is what? Apply dimensions to all what? Quantities, physical quantities. Quantities. Firstly, I will remember what is F. F has a dimension of what? ml t minus 2. The next eta has a dimension of ml minus 1 t minus 1. And the very next part, like R has the dimension of a length because radius is a length, while the last one V has the dimension of what? LT minus 1. So we are just actually using that rule. What is the rule? Homogeneity. Homogeneity means the total vector, dimension at the left hand side should be equals to the total dimension of right hand side. I'm going to write that again, that equation, the equation that x factor. So no, I will just get this one as x, equation x. K eta r but v. Now before applying, I have to put this like this has a relationship of A, this has a relationship of B, and this has a relationship of C with the dimension of F, dimensional relationship. So what I'm going to do is now, and the left hand side, it's going to be what? M L T minus 2. In the right hand side, there is a K. This is dimensionless. Now I'm going to cancel it off. And what is it going to be? Eta is what? ML minus 1, T minus 1, and put a bracket, just a bracket, and put this what? A outside, A. Now my next thing is gonna be R, it is just with L. So my dimension is going to be B, the exponent. The last one is going to be T, L, T minus 1. And the exponent is C. Right? Can you understand the first 3 steps? Actually, this is the 4th step. Raise powers of what? Indices. Steps. Copy these steps quickly. Okay, if you have anything that you couldn't understand, just ask me. I told you, no, Kirtana is really next level writer. She has finished all writings. By the way, so she's the only one sent me the midweek worksheet. Last night, midweek worksheet ke answers දැම්මා අද උදේ වෙද්දී එවලා වැඩක් කරනවා ස්පීඩ් එක වගේම අන්න එකයි මම කිව්වේ එන්න ඒ වැඩේ වෙන්න ඕනේ හැමෝම ස්පීඩ් එකේ වැඩ කරන්න පුරුදු වෙන්න නැත්නම් වෙන්නේ කුසල් මෙන්ඩිස් වගේ වෙන්න මිනිහා ස්ලෝ වෙන බෝල් වලට ගහනවා ස්පිනර්ස්ලාට එලෝ ෆාස්ට් බෝලර්ස්ලා වෙද්දී ඉර වෙනවා එහෙම බෑ ස්පීඩ් එකටත් පුරුදු වෙලා හිටියා නම් මිනිස්සයා හොඳ රජෙක් මේ වෙන්නේ ඕකේ අනිත් පැත්තක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ අවශ්‍ය වෙලාවට ස්ලෝ එකේ හොඳට හිතලා වැඩ කරන්නත් පුරුදු වෙන්න. Good example is the captain, cricket captain. He can face the pass ball well and the spin he gets really out. He can handle. ඔන්නම් දෙන්නවම එකට දාලා අම්ලා ක්‍රිකට් කෙනෙක් හදන්න තිබුණා නම් ක්‍රිකට් ටීම් එකත් ගොඩ ඔයාලත් එහෙම තමයි වෙන්න ඕනේ. අවශ්‍ය වෙලාවට fast වැඩ කරන්න, අවශ්‍ය වෙලාවට slowly හිතලා වැඩ කරන්න. So did you copy this? Okay, I'm going to copy this equation back again. I'll give you like 10 seconds more to copy this. Finish. Really good. Ready. Give you 5 seconds more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Right. According to this equation here. Ta-na-na-na-na. What is the next step? Treat each M, L, T separately. We have to treat like M. I'm going to invite M and treat. What about at left hand side? Left hand side and right hand side versus right hand side. Right. What about the left hand side? It is like just one M there. M to the power 1 is there, but our right hand side here altogether it should be 1, but let me just write M. So you find only M from A because B and C don't have. So I can write it like A. So from the first point you just found like what? A equals to 1. Wow, keep it. This is your what? X. First answer. You got one answer from there. Right. You got one answer. Okay. Give me 1 minute. Now, Amal, I am going to treat L separately. How about L? There is a 1 L there. And in the right hand side, how about L? Here there is a 1 L. From here, L to the power minus A is there. Minus A is there. And L to the power what? Plus B is there. And again, there is a minus C. So you may not get any answer from here. What you have to get is like from here, 1 equals to minus A plus B minus C. You know this answer here, and I can substitute and get something reasonable. Minus 1 because of the minus sign, B minus C. Altogether 2 equals to B minus C. Nothing can be obtained furthermore from here. Now can go for the other one, capital T. Now try with the capital T. Oh shit, it looks like I now. Capital T. I'm going to try is like capital T here. There is T of what? Here L to the power T minus 2 here. What can I obtain from there? T. In the first one, viscous coefficient here, A is what? Minus A. It is minus A. And there is a minus C. Minus A and minus C there. Right, minus A and minus C. Okay, so I may get the result like minus 2 equals to minus A minus C. Right, what is my A? I can also substitute this A to there. So it's going to be minus 2 equals to minus 1 minus C. This one comes to here and it's going to be minus 2 plus 1 equals to minus C. Minus 1 equals to minus C. So C equals to plus 1. That's my result number 3. Now I have only to deal with here. See it there. Now I just need to find out the answer for B. What I can do it B. So B is what? 2. What? Something is terrible here. What I have done? L minus 1, yeah. Oh shit, yeah. It's plus C. Not minus here. That's what my mistake here. L is plus C. There is the, so from now I can substitute what? C to the equation number 2 here. Then 2 equals to B plus C value. I'm going to substitute here. Here in this equation, I can substitute. What is it going to be? Plus 1 here. And B is going to be B is plus 1, 2. So my all 3 results are what? What are my 3 results? A equals to plus 1, 1. B equals to 1. C equals to 1. Then I wrote this equation as my X factor. Now this one, wait, I included something. Okay, I forgot. Rather than this, I have to get this one as X dash, equation X dash. Make this special arrangement for the previous one. Now I can substitute what? Substituting what? Substituting X, Y, sorry, A, B, and C into equation X. What is it going to be? K, eta, R, V, because this is 1, 1, and 1. We don't write the 1 here. What we just write is F equals to K, eta, R, V, and I can get the from data booklets, K equals to 6 pi. What is it going to be now? F equals to 6 pi eta RV. This is how we derive the formula. If you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have no doubt, then you can write. If you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have no doubt, you can write. Doubts තියනවා නම් අහන්න. Doubts නැත්තම් මම කියලා දෙන්නම්. ඔතන මොකක් හරි එක තැනක ආට තේරුම් නැත්තම් අහන්න. If you just have anything to know from this one, you may ask. If you have no doubt, so that's fine. Lamai, tell me. Did you copy at least? කියන්නකෝ. ඔය ටික copy කරගෙන ඉවරයිද? Finish. Good. Let me give you another one, new one. Write this. Okay. In a certain equation, in simple pendulum, in simple pendulum, periodic time is directly proportional to the length of the pendulum. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ හිතන්න එපා 2023 අයටත් ළඟදී ඉවර කරේ. That's the length of L and has a mass of M. We don't want because the gravitational acceleration is just directly downwards. So you don't want to worry anything and write and proportional to what? Time is proportional to L and prime is proportional to gravitational acceleration of G. Take the K as 2 pi and derive the equation. Get this equation. Get the derivation done. I'll give you like 5 minutes maximum. පුළුවන් කෙනාට විනාඩි 5 වැඩිත් එක්ක බැරි කෙනාට බෑ. Time started. I'll add by 1 minute more. Okay. 6 minutes. Oh shit. I have frozen this. Good. I'll explain you like here. T is proportional to L and L I'm going to get like A, and here G is proportional to G of B, and I may just add the constant here, LG AB de Villiers. So now I'm going to apply the laws of dimension. Even though there is no dimension here, write it like M naught, L naught, and T is 1. Yeah, T is 1, and L, I'm just going to forget K. L what? Sorry, L in dimension form, I forgot. Here, L in dimension form, A, and G is, sorry, LT minus 1 in the form of what? B. So now I'm going to consider, I will write with one more step. සමහරුන්ට අරක එකපාරට තේරුම් නැත්නම් මම කලින් එකත් එහෙමනේ කරේ. I'll write it like LA. LB from here, expanding the bracket. T, after expanding the bracket, is going to be minus B. Right, okay. Now I'm gonna consider M only. How about M? M is left hand side 0. Right hand side also 0, nothing to be worried about. L. Now L, in terms of L is 0 at the left hand side. Yeah. At the right hand side, I get like what? L from here. What is it? A from the other side. B. A plus B. And I get result like 0 equals to A plus B. So A equals to minus B is my first result. I'm going to get a first result like that. Now I'm going to consider T here. What is my T result here? T is 1 here in the right hand side. Only minus B there. Okay. So 1. Wait. It's like minus 1. T plus 1. Oh, no. What did I do here? One is T, other one is L. T. T is like minus B. Here it is like minus B there. So what can I get from this one? Ah, yeah, the mistake is here. Wait, I have written minus 2 here. It should be minus 2. Oh, shit. That's why I was wondering, how come it be? One equals to minus 2b. B equals minus half, negative half. Now I got this result. What I have to do is substitute this result to the equation number 1 and find out A as what? If the B is minus half, minus and minus is going to be plus, A is going to be plus half. Right, I have these two results. Now my this equation is my X factor in this one. Here, I'm going to substitute A and B into my X factor. Equation that of X. What is it going to be now? T equals to K L what? Half and so G minus half. Okay, so this looks really weird now. I don't like this type. So I keep like positive half and I want to convert this to positive. So what should I do? G in the denominator is going to be now. Now it's still really ugly for me. So I'll get it like L over G times half. I think it is still really very ugly for me. What should I do? K and root L over G. Now I think it's not ugly, but it misses something with the real one. I told you, you can take the K as 2 pi from data booklets. Now, T is going to be 2 pi over L over G. Really very simple. So did you get this result? ඔයාලට මේ result එක ආවද? ඔව්ද නැද්ද? හැමෝටම ආවද? Really good. Yeah, good. Really good. So technically, I have taught the spirit of what? Basic, very ultimate basics of what? Dimensions to you. Right? I have taught the basic, very basic, ultimate of dimensions to you. Right? ඕන්නම් අපිට පුළුවන් තව ප්‍රශ්න දෙක තුනක් පොඩ්ඩක් නිකන් යාන්තම් කරලා ඊළඟ level එකට advance වෙන්න. So we are not going to do any of this one because this is going to be your midweek worksheet, right? So this duty is going to be your midweek worksheet. I have no interest in just teaching you the same thing again. Who is missing? The other girl, Candian girl missing. So this one you have to try at home. So there are like extremely big brain for max, big brain. So these are like way beyond the exam level. Try. So in the exam, they will never try this type of stuff. They just ask a very simple question like, so let me show you the exam level thingy. So see, in the exam, they ask really simple things. See? So these type of things are only for the tutors. Why do I add these type of tutors? Because to competition with the other tuition masters, they do the same thing, nothing else. Hari? අපි ඔහොම නිකන් අමාරු ප්‍රශ්න දාන්නේ අපිට ළමයින්ට ඇති වැඩක් නිසා නෙමෙයි. We want to show that we are the best, like that, have a very big rat race with tuition masters each other. So I am one of them. I do the same way, they do the same way. That's it. Nothing else. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ ඊට වඩා කිසිම අමතර වටිනාකමක් ඕක ඇතුලේ නැහැ. I sent you a worksheet just before this. මේවා ගෙදරදී try කරන්න ඕනේ. Right? Because I have given all the possible understanding for these ones with the basic theory knowledge. Hari? මේවා ගෙදරදී try කරන්න ඕනේ. You have to try these at home. I'm not going to check because I only check the midweek worksheet, nothing else. This is something that you may try and practice at home. ඔයාලා ගෙදරදී අතිතරම් කර කර බලන්න ඕනේ. මේවා කරත් එකයි නැදත් එකයි. මම කවදාකවත් check කරන්නේ නැහැ. කරොත් ඔයාලට හොඳයි. නොකරොත් ඉතින් මන් දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒත් ඉතින් ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ if you do the midweek worksheet well. That's the minimum requirement. Minimum means that's not all. ඒකත් හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. Minimum means that is not all. ඒක හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. Minimum means minimum. Right? Shall we try the first 5 questions of this one? Shall we try the first 5 questions of this one? See, in this new tune, the other one, dimensional analysis worksheet. The first one I sent today. With the whole 3 tunes I sent you, in that one, the first one. Shall we try this worksheet today, quickly? First 5. කරලා අද වැඩේ ඉවරයක් කරලා දාමු. Five questions. Right. Your time is over. ඉවරයිද නැද්ද කියන්න බෑ. Did you finish or no? Let me know quickly. Did you finish it or no? Kome lamai. Guys, did you finish? No, sir. Which one you are currently in? Right. Okay. අපි discuss කරමු. දැන් ඉතින් අවුලක් නැහැ. So let me enlarge this for one more time. So the van der Waals equation behavior of ideal gases is shown below. Okay, the P is pressure, V is volume, and thermodynamic temperature is R, and universal gas constant. R is and A and B are constants. What is the dimension of A? Oh my God. What is the dimension of A? How to get that? You don't want to worry about what R and T, any other thing, because I will only consider this one, P plus A over V square. So, why did these two added? Mega tani ekak ni. This is what single thing. We can consider this one as X. Now I consider this one for temporarily as X, right? So if you should know one thing, dimension of P should be equals to dimension of what? X. Can you understand that? මෙන්න මේ logic එක තේරුණා නම් ඔව් කියන්නේ නැත්තම් නැහැ කියන්නේ. This is extremely important logic. Most of the students are really struggling. මේ logic එක තේරුණාද කියන්නකෝ. මේ මුළු දෙකම මම X කියලා ගත්තොත් P and this one equal. තේරුණාද? Could you understand? Oh my God. Yeah. MSK says yes. The others? Nam කියලා මහන චලක තේරුණාද? And Matisa and Ekangi. Yeah. Okay. Apsara missing. Okay. Hari මට දැක්කා. So I can write it like this way. Now dimension of P I have to find out. So dimension of, now I can write it like this way now. A is what? P multiplied by V to the power 2. Right, leave it. So what is P? I have to remember this one. This is what? ML minus 1, T minus 2. And volume is what? L to the power 3. Okay, now A is what? Plus ML minus 1, T minus 2 multiplied by L to the power 2 to the power 2. No? Power 3 times 2 is like 6. L to the power 6. 1 cancels off. And I get the value of A as what? Dimension of A as ML 5 T minus 2. Here is the answer. මෙන්න තියෙනවා. ගත්ත විදිය තේරුණාද? Can you understand the way how I did get, and did you get the same answer? ඔයාලා අපිට මේ answer එක ආවද නැද්ද කියන්නකෝ. I'm asking, did you get this answer or not? Yes na yes, no na no. ටක් ගාලා දාන්න. Got it, Lou. Got it, Lou. Other two දෙන්නෙක් මට තාම උත්තර දැම්මේ නැහැ. Did you get this answer or not? Okay, last one. One girl is not responding yet. No. Good. Write this quickly. මේව එකතු කරන්න පුතේ මේ දෙන්න සමාන නිසා. මේ මුළු එකම තනි එකක් විදිහට ගන්න පුළුවන්. Mathematically right. And these two equal, that's why we can add. So use that as a back operation. Just separate this and put like an equation sign. It's like that. I just explained you today. One thing that if an equation like x equals to y plus z, so that means we can rewrite it like x equals to y equals to z. You can equal any of these with each other. You can equal what? X with z. You can equal what? X with y. You can equal what? Y with z. Any of these combinations you can get. I'll leave you like 10 seconds more. Mm-hmm. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Pressure, volume, and thermodynamic temperature are universal gas constant. B. Dimension of A is equals to the PV square. ඒක හරිනේ. ඒක අපි ගත්තානේ මෙතනදී. Dimension of B is equals to the dimension of V. Definitely yes. Why? That's why we can add or subtract. If add or subtraction, that means dimension of V should be equals to dimension of B. That's why we can add it. So this is also true. Dimension of A versus over B. A over V is equals to RT. අපි ඒක බලන්න ඕන. Right? A over V is equals to RT. Right? What is this one? So if we only consider without considering V and this part, so P and V can get from this equals to RT. Right? PV equals to RT. Right? Now forget about RT. If you can get these two as PV multiple of PV, so that's going to be equals to RT. We have to check. So what is this one? PV. Let's get whether A is what? Let me get the A. I got A as what? PV square. Just write it. A over V means A is what? From here. A is PV square. That's how they say. PV square. Bottom one is V. One V is cancelled off. Nah, yes. It's going to be the multiple of PV. So definitely going to be the dimension of RT as well. That's right. තේරුණාද මම මේක හොයපු විදිය? A කියන්නේ කවුද කියලා මෙතනින් ගත්තා. ඊළඟට අහන්නේ V වලින් divide කරන V කියන්නේ මේක just a multiple of PV equals to the RT no. ඒක ගන්න විදිය තේරුණා නේද? මේ අනවශ්‍ය කැලේ ටික හලලා. මම මෙයාගේ ඇත්තටම දීලා තියෙන්නේ P and V විතරනේ. PV විතරක් දාලා මම බලනවා. The product going to be PV because addition and subtraction we don't care. Only the multiplication and division are going to be cared. Addition and subtraction means we write the same thing again. L plus L. We don't call it like 2L. We just call it like L only. තේරුණාද? මොකද magnitude එකක් අපිට දාන්න බැරි නිසා dimension වල. If you add like time 2t plus 3t, no, we just write it like time of what? T. Because in the final result, like 2 hours plus 5 hours, we get like what? 3 hours, 5 hours, no? Hour means in time of t. අන්න ඒක නිසා අපි කීයටවත් addition subtraction ගණන් ගන්න multiplication ගණන් ගන්නවා. So P and V only. Dimension of BP is equals to R. Oh my God, R. R වගමු. R is what? R is what? TV over T. මෙන්න මේක එනවද කියලා බලමු. Dimension of B is what? B is V. Multiplied by what is the dimension of P? P is what? What is P? I can write it like P. Only by P. So do you get any T below that? No, this one is wrong. Only A, B, C. But there is no answer like that.
Professor,
Yeah.
so it says dimensions of BP is equals to dimensions of RT.
RT, no. Oh my God. Yes. T is missing. Yes. Yes. Good observation. Good observation. There is a T and the halfway is missing. Yeah. Good observation. I didn't see that. Yeah, RT. Wait. V is V and this one is P. P means P. VP means it's like PV equals to RT. I just found this. This one is also correct. All above. Can you understand the way? How did I get the answer? Harine? Harinang Harikian? Did you understand it? Lamaine? If you don't understand, just watch the later half of the video again. Later half of the video again. If you don't understand. Because I have another class at 4. The accelerating under object as under acceleration is A is given in the equation where x is the displacement of time. This means times, this one is the length. So A, B, C are constants. Okay, something it can be. The dimension of C is equals to BT square. Anivaremma. Mokad dannawada? If something is added, equation of the left hand side definitely should be equals to right hand side, right? But whole together should be equals to AT plus BT square plus C if the equation is dimensionally correct, right? So අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම වමයි දකුණයි සමාන වෙන්න ඕනේ. So dimension of x should be මේවා add කරන්න පුළුවන්. If we can add something, that means the dimensions are also going to be the same. AT plus dimension of BT square equals to, what is it? The other one. Dimension of C. Hari neda? Right. Dimension of C is equals to dimension of BT square. Definitely right. Because you can equal any of these. Or make a මෙයත් එක compare කරන්න පුළුවන්. මෙයා එක anything you can compare. Dimension of A is equals to the dimension of LT minus 1. I don't know yet. I have to check. So what I have to do is like x over t equals to dimension of A. Because this one definitely we know x is L and this one is T, and the dimension of A is going to be LT minus 1. That's correct. This one is also correct. Let's find out B over C is dimensionless. I don't know yet. But I know C is length. So still I got the answer for this one as what? LT minus. So A is LT minus 1 and B I didn't. So let me get the dimension of B first. What is it? Length over t to the power 2. This B is going to be LT minus 2. And it asks like C dividing by C is like L. It is definitely not. L waliin divide කරා කියලා t minus 2 ඉතුරු වෙනවා. So it is not. Dimension of B is equals to the acceleration. Yeah. LT minus 2 means definitely acceleration. ABD only. AB de Villiers. A cricket. Did you get the same answer? Guys are wasting time. Yeah. Chalaka. The other one who is like the girl? Ekangi. Ekangi. Okay, no problem. S is displacement and T is time of an equation, right? These ones looks really scary. Actually, they are nothing. This one only looks scary. Have a good look at it. S is displacement. That means it's a length. And T is time, capital T. Okay, this one is L and dimensions of C1 and C2 respectively. Right. මතක තියාගන්න මේකේ sin costan වලින් separate කරපු ගමන් when you separate it, this dimension is the one repeating over there, because sin means inside the sign nothing, in the left hand side there is a length, so the right hand side it should be length, so the other things apart from the sin costan or numerical value should be the dimension. So S has the dimension of L and the C1 is L. There are two answers. There is a one good way. If you don't know the exact answer, imagine there is a 50% of chance. There is a 50% of chance. If you don't know how to do the second half, තේරෙනවද? MCQ එකකදී ඔන්න ඕකත් කරන්න ඕනේ. Elimination method. Minus කියන්නේ කතන්දරයක් නෑ, අයින් කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. වැඩක් නෑ. Now, you have a 50% of chance rather than in random answering, you have only 20% of chance. There is 50% more chances now. Now let's find in the opposite of exact way. I told you when something like sin theta, like cos theta, tan theta, something, the total dimension is going to be 1. So C2 times T equals to be dimension of 1. So what can I do now? There. 1 equals to C2 capital T. So what is C2? It is going to be T minus 1. Very simple. මේවා දකිද්දි නිකන් බය හිතුනට ඇති දෙයක් නෑ ළමයි විහිළු කතන්දර. So what is my answer? This one is not definitely. This is how. ඔන්න ලොජික් එක අහුණා ඉන්නවා නම් ටක් ගාලා ඔව් කියන්න. Yes, good. Tagala, namma hanakan inde pa. Understood? Others? අනිත් දෙන්න. ආවද නැද්ද කියන කොට නෑ, තේරුණාද නැද්ද කියන්නේ? Okay, good. The last one. An equation is given below. මං කිව්ව නේද බය නැතුව ගන්න කියලා. මේ එළියේ ඉන්න කෙනා මේ sin වලට මෙහයින් ඉන්න කෙනාට අනිවාර්යෙන් සමානයි. In the equation x and y are displacement. Y කියන්නේ displacement, A කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? A means definitely what? L. ඒක අහලත් නෑ අපි. අහලත් නෑ මං හෙව්වා නිකන්. sin වලට cos වලට මෙහයින් තියෙන කෙනා අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මෙයාගේ dimension වලට equal. ඒක ඔයාගත්ත එහෙම. After sign, inside omega. Omega කියන්නේ on here. You don't want to consider omega even, because there is a one rule. Even you don't know, because see, one can be added or subtracted, all thanks to what? One quality called what? Homogeneity. Minus 1. K means inside the bracket. So this whole thing you can consider as something like a constant. C is going to be K dimension. So Z is like what? Here. Add කරලා හරි subtract කරලා හරි තියෙනවා අපිට ඒ දෙන්න බය නැතුව equal කරන්න පුළුවන්. We can equal them if they have just added or subtracted. Okay, so dimension of K we can easily obtain. What is it? So it says what? X is a length L over, what is it? V means LT minus 1, L and N cancel off. Dimension of k is going to be t to the power 1. Yes, t. Answer is here. Evan, you can hurry. Scary, but there is nothing inside. විහිළු කතන්දර වගේ. තේරුණා නේද? හරි. ටක් ගාලා ලියා ගන්න. ඔයාලට මම විනාඩියක් දෙන්නම්. I'll give you like 1 minute for you to write quickly. So these are really nothing actually. Give you a maximum like 1 minute. I will just minimize, and if you need to write anything.
I think the time is more than enough for you guys to write everything. හැමෝටම තේරුණාද? Now reply to this one. Finish. Good. Could you understand? Okay, good. I have to tell you one thing. All of you guys, I think it's better to join to the regular class too. ඒ කියන්නේ අඟහරුවාදා තියෙනවා regular එක at 8:30. We are just going to start. So join to that one too, because to catch up with the recent lessons. So in the next week, I'm going to start something like some questions. You can avoid that week if you want, because if you are not really good with the calculations, but you can see at least. Hari, තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම්. But another 1 week. So actually I finished the projectile motion. Projectile motion, now going to discuss some questions, hard questions, exam type questions, and many other. But immediately after next week, I'm going to discuss with the students if they need some more practice. Even the next week is also going to be question discussings. If they are satisfied with those things, I'm going to kickstart with the new lesson called force. Force. It includes all Newton's law and other things. Very essential. මුලින් ඉඳන්ම සෙට් වෙන්න ඕනේ. කැමති නම් next week එකේ join වෙන්න. මොකද කිව්වොත් Newton's laws really important. I'm not going to start that next week. It's going to be the next week or the week later than that. Third week or the second week, I'm going to start Newton's law. Next week, May upcoming Tuesday, it's going to be what? Some question discussion, random questions right from the beginning. And another thing, by the way, did you catch up the lesson today? I was a bit fast. Very fast because I wanted to teach 2 lessons together without wasting time. තේරුණාද? Other one? Yeah, okay. So this class is going to be a new mode from next week onward. Next week is completely going to be questions for youth as well. ඔයාලට තනිකර questions මුලින් ඉඳන්ම. Questions. After that, it's going to be a kickstart of what? Measuring instruments. I have no intention to take 1 day for one measuring instrument. It is not the regular use class. Right? I'm going to teach 2 measuring instruments in a 1 day. So what can I do is I will send you what recordings of my regular class. My regular class recordings මම එවනවා. So you may watch like so vernier caliper and micrometer screw gauge. I will send the both recording of the previous class, wash it and get ready. ඒකතෝර ඒක නිකන් මොන හරි දෙයක් ඔලුවට දාගෙන ඉන්නේ. Then only I can do the class like high speed with teaching you the vernier caliper and micrometer. In the next week, I'm going to teach what is it called? Sperometer and the, what is the other one? It's like, what is it the name? Traveling microscope. And in the third week, going to discuss all these together in the questions and finish. And we can straight away go for after that. Vectors, within 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to finish the vector 2. Vector වල පොඩි දේවල් ටිකක් කියලා දෙන්න තියෙන අර වගේ ඇද්ද කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. සති දෙකක් වැඩිත් එක්ක. Then we can have a really big kick start with what? Linear motion and quickly merge with this class. හරි නේද? මම කියන දේ තේරුණා ඇතිනේ? Okay, good. Bye then. The class is over. If you know any of your friends, you think that they will find something really good in this class, so invite them to. ඔය ලොකු ලොකු නම් තියෙන මිනිස්සු ගාවට ගියාට තේරෙන්න කියලා දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක තේරුම් අරගෙන හරියට වැඩේ කරලා ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් එක්කම ඉවරයක් කරගන්න. යාළුවෝ ඉන්නවා නම් හරි. Okay. God bless you then. Bye. Bye.